First up at the UFC Vegas 95 fight card, we have a rematch, a Contender Series rematch. We have Stephanie Luciano taking on Talita Alencar. Stephanie Luciano, 5-1 in the entirety of her career. 3-1-1 in her last 5. And that third one, that is a draw against Talita. She's immediately getting her rematch against Talita Alencar. Talita is 4-0-1 in her last 5. She is coming off a split decision win over Ryan Amanda. This is a rematch, and we have a very clear favorite. You can see Stephanie Luciano is a -160 favorite. So you would think, you would assume that somebody dominated that first fight, that Luciano dominated the first fight. So yes, she's going to win this one. That's not quite how that fight went down. Let's break down the fighters. We'll talk about that fight. Stephanie Luciano is a busy, come-forward striker. She wants to close the distance, get you to the cage. She'll try to work you to the ground. She'll beat you up in the pocket. If she gets you to the ground, she'll camp out. She's not looking to submit. She'll stay safe. She'll rack up some control time, occasionally working an elbow. Not particularly dangerous, but she does move forward. She's got plenty of cardio. And as I mentioned, last year, she came to that draw with Talita, and this is her next fight. Talita is a very accomplished grappler. I've seen all sorts of accomplishments. World champion, national champion, all those things. She transitioned to MMA a few years ago. She comes out guns blazing on the feet, immediately starts chasing takedowns, looking to get it to the ground. Once she gets it to the ground, she's busy. Her striking on top is there. She'll soften you up, get you to move around, then chases submission. Even though she is an accomplished grappler, she's mostly looking for control and some ground and pound. She's not immediately chasing submissions. She's not immediately tying you up. Like what we saw with Mackenzie Dern when Loopy ended up on top. Boom, armbar instantly. That's not how Talita fights. She is dangerous as hell on the ground, but she'll go for control. She'll soften you up and then try to find a submission. Striking's not very good, but if she gets you to the ground, you could have some trouble. I mentioned this is a rematch. I mentioned, and you can see on the screen here, Stephanie Luciano's a favorite. But that first fight ended in a draw. Talita won the first 2 rounds, was well on her way to win that fight, got tired, slowed down, and then Stephanie had a 10-8 in the third. That's how that fight went down. Forced a draw. And that's why I'm surprised that there's a very clear favorite here, because Talita had 2 good rounds. And if she just had a little more cardio, probably would have won that fight 29-28. But Stephanie did show that she didn't care. She didn't care that she was down. She was moving forward. In that third round, she worked her way through adversity. She had plenty of cardio. She proved that she doesn't quit. And she was chasing that finish. So I am actually going to go with Luciano here. The fact that she was moving forward, trying to make it happen, never quit, even though she was down 2 rounds and nearly almost actually pulled something out. I think that momentum is nice. And we just saw Talita in her last fight. She didn't look very good in that fight. If Talita had better takedowns, she'd be the pick all day. But the cardio, the takedowns being just okay. In their first fight, Talita went 4 for 24. Can't pick her. I'm going Luciano here. Jakey boy, what do you think?
This is I think one of the easier breakdowns that I can make. And doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. But the way that I see this fight, and I had Talita in that last fight because I thought, she's going to get the takedowns. When she gets the takedowns, she's going to maul this girl, right? Because that's what she should do in a lot of these fights because she's supposed to be this high-level wrestler, this high-level grappler, more grappler than a wrestler. Then I look at this fight, and I look at the way Talita fights, and I'm going to make this comparison right now. Talita needs to fight like Merab, but she does not have Merab's cardio. Because it is almost the exact same thing. Because she needs to shoot millions of takedowns. Because for whatever reason, her control is not very good, even though it should be with her high-level jiu-jitsu. And she basically has no striking at all. It's basically the same thing. She is Merab without Merab's cardio. Now, obviously, Merab is better at the takedowns, but she just needs to go and go and go because she can't keep people down, and she's a liability on the feet. The issue is nobody has Merab's cardio. He's like the only person that can just shoot and shoot and shoot and never get tired. That's going to be her game plan. I don't care how fucking hard she works on her cardio. Oh my God, she's been working, she's been running. With her pace, she has to go and go and go, and she will never get that amount of cardio. What she needs to do is be more comfortable in the stand-up. Save the cardio for when you need it for the wrestling. But if she's just working on her cardio and then thinking that's going to get her to a position where she can just wrestle, it fucking isn't. The exact same thing is going to happen. It's happened in her last fight, this fight before that. It's going to keep happening until she gets more comfortable in the stand-up. She's going to try to get the wrestling going. Even if she gets it going, Luciano has shown in that past fight that she was really in no submission danger. She was really just kind of biding time, the little sweep to get back to her feet. She was able to get back to her feet a number of times, defend a number of takedowns as well, and show that once Talita gets tired, that she can just piece her up on the fucking feet. And I think it happened sooner in this fight than it did last fight, and she could even find a finish in this fight. So I'm on Luciano. I bet her as the favorite, and this is coming from a guy that bet and was on Talita last time. I got fucking lucky even in that fight because she got tired. The other girl was not pushing as hard as she should have. I like Luciano in this one. I think she can find a finish.
Yeah, we're both on the same side here. Not sure about the finish necessarily, but we are both on the same side here.
Get ready.
And if this is just, well, let's put it this way. If this is just a continuation of the last fight, then for sure. Because all that momentum went to Luciano. And now Talita, who knows what that game plan will be? She might be worried about the striking. Or she's just going to be diving at legs, to your point, and get gassed even faster than she did last time. Either way, Stephanie Luciano, $8,500 in DraftKings. If you think she gets the finish, she could be worth that money. If you don't, then it's going to be a decision, and it's going to be 90% striking on her side, so she's not going to be worth that money. But if you're on the Jacob side of all this, then $8,500 in DraftKings Fantasy makes a lot of sense.
Can you call me for the rest of your stream, Papa?
No, but I do have up on another tab here. I Googled famous scrawny bald men, so I could just keep saying random names.
Go ahead.
Woody Harrelson. He's not scrawny. Oh, here we go.
Didn't he marry his daughter or something?
No, that's
Woody Allen.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, well, I know Woody Harrelson's a good guy. He went to college in Indiana.
Did he? Yeah, Woody Harrelson's sweet.
He went to Hanover, I think, an all-male college.
And he's not famous for being bald, which is why it's not a great. But this article is
great actor.
Wimp old.
The range of Woody Harrelson, incredible.
Yeah, he does all the things. Either way,
you know
actually, here's a Woody Harrelson.
Is when that's when he exposed. When he played the blind guy in 7 Pounds. That's kind of an underrated movie. A lot of people don't like that movie.
7 Pounds is a good movie for sure. The what was I going to say? I saw Woody Harrelson fact yesterday. You're the one who always says this universe is fake. I saw this yesterday. When they were filming White Men Can't Jump, they had to do like basketball lessons and they were coached and stuff like that. Woody Harrelson apparently was light years ahead. He was so much better than Wesley Snipes in basketball.
You spend more than 6 months in Indiana, and you're gonna have a good jump shot. I mean, that's just the way it is. You should see me out there. I can show you a little. I'm a little stutter step, little step back. Watch the form, baby.
With that aerodynamic, Walter White's a good one. Someone just called you Walter White. That's a good one.
Watch the follow through, baby.
Okay, actually more Heisenberg than Walter White, but that's the breakdown for this fight, guys. If you do want to unlock all the picks, the bets, Jacob does have a bet on this fight. You can check all that out now. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 for an entire month, and it will include UFC 305, which is just a few.
If your units are $10 and you tailed my picks last week, you made enough for almost 6 months already.
In 1 week. There we go.
We need to raise that price.
The fact that I didn't raise it after the data analyzer was added is really just a testament to this.
I think we put lock of the week behind a payroll and bumped that thing to 50.
And then when I hear you, then when you have your next Bilal moment, you're a genius. We do have a couple of super chats. Philip Bacon, who I just sent $100, sent us $2 back. What a fucking joke, Phil. I'm just kidding. Philip Bacon, WWP, best value in the game, top-notch content. If you don't know why I sent him $100, he is a premium member. He did the perfect card pick contest, and he won last week. So I sent him $100 this morning. Congratulations again, Philly. Then we have M. Humongous, $10, Uncle Ange. Here's something for the age treatment. If I find out you spend this on another seafood cookout, so help me God. You know what's funny? Thank you for the 10 spot. I don't need treatments for a disease I don't have. Tiffany wants to do another seafood cookout.
Before you go.
And she was teasing for UFC 305, but I don't think, she hasn't brought it up since. And I want to cook. I want to cook something else. The seafood was amazing, but let me make something else.
What's the best thing for energy and to give you length of life? Do you really think you should be eating? Shouldn't you be
grapefruits? Just lots of
Kale,
grapefruits.
a lot of kale or something. I don't know. Fucking kale.